Okay, so like right now in Chicago and other cities across America, the mayors and the people that are running the show, since they can't handle the crime, they're going after the guns. Now tell me, in your opinion, especially out here in South Dakota, what is your opinion about owning guns, and what is your opinion about them trying to stop people from owning guns legally like they do according to the Constitution?
Well, it goes against our constitutionally guaranteed rights. Anyone in office should be removed from office immediately if they're going against any right that we have. Freedom of speech, Second Amendment. They're using, most shootings happen in gun-free zones, and a lot of soft-on crime, hard-on gun approaches are being used in places like Chicago and any highly populated area. I mean, they use media, they get people's emotions involved, and they talk about mass shootings or atrocities or really horrible events that make people angry and cloud people's vision and tell them, we're going to protect you by disarming you and making it so you can't protect yourself. And that's very crooked. I think on a yearly average, around 100 people die in mass shootings, and that's horrible. And no one's going to say anything no one's going to say that's a good thing. And on a yearly average, we also have somewhere over 1.2 million people who use guns to defend themselves.
So out here in South Dakota, tell me how many gang shootings you know about.
Zero.
Very few, and very few shootings with guns that are illegal, correct?
I have not heard of any. I have heard of a few accidents where people were hunting and they have taken a round from someone else who was on another side of a hill, or someone who didn't know what they were shooting towards. And that's why knowing what your gun does and having good firearm safety and understanding how it operates and what's your target and what's beyond your target and just basic firearm knowledge. I think anyone who is interested in having a firearm should, do research and figure out, you take practice, take a course, do whatever you have to do to learn the system you're using. But I think everyone should be armed.
Okay, so now I'm from Chicago, and I'm going to tell you what I think, and you tell me if you agree or you somewhat agree or whatever, disagree. I'm saying this: guns are American as apple pie. There's always going to be guns there. People gonna have the legal guns, and there's going to be people that do criminal and bring illegal guns. I'm saying this: is it better to focus on trying to put your finger in the wall of the dike where you can't stop guns flow, or to deal with the kids and the people that are the targeted ones, that are mostly the ones that are always committing the crimes with the guns? And I'll say it's true. Like for me, in my community, the young Puerto Rican kids, my own people. And when I was younger, it was me too, back in the 80s. So do you agree with that or not? Focus on the kids instead?
It's always been people that have committed atrocities, whether it's ramming a truck into a crowd of protesters or shooting someone. But if they try and pass legislation against firearms, the people who are not breaking the law and are just trying to protect themselves are going to lose their firearms. And then anyone who wants to hurt them, any criminal, anyone who's going to break into their house or do anything against someone's life. And even criminals should have firearms, right? To the extent of the word of law that nonviolent crimes prevent people from exercising their Second Amendment rights. Nonviolent criminals should not be barred from having their rights.
Oh, wow. You took it a step further than what I thought.
I'm not talking about armed robbery. I'm not talking about murder. I'm not talking about bad crimes. I'm talking about drug possession or nonviolent crimes. And people get their rights stripped away. They can't vote. They can't have guns. People's lives get ruined over things that don't hurt people outside of themselves.
Wow. So thank you very much for that very interesting interview. And this is straight, like I say, from the horse's mouth from South Dakota. And that's a take. All right, go ahead. Give me the little training on this.
All right. So whenever you're shooting, you want to shoot down into a backstop that's going to catch your round and not up into the air. And a lot of times when people first shoot firearms, they'll turn around towards other people after they're done shooting. So just make sure your firearm always stays downrange. In the same direction that's safe to shoot in, or down into the ground. Always keep your finger straight right until you're ready to shoot at the target. So never have your finger on the trigger. And this firearm is now loaded.
Is it automatic?
No,
Fully?
no.
No? Okay.
That's been banned
Shot.
since 86.
It's banned, right?
It's been banned from new manufacturers since 1986. And
Okay.
one
So
of-
that old one, then you could still have it then, right?
Yeah, but they cost like 30 grand.
That's grandfathered in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But so when you go to shoot, I want you to keep your fingers straight
Mm-hmm.
and take a good stance and lean forward into
Right.
it and aim it into the ground here. And
Okay.
just pop. You got 5 rounds.
Okay, cool. All right, now. So I'm gonna put these.
Yep. Your protector's on, and the safety's on. So,
Okay. So safety's on.
This lever right here.
Okay.
Just slide that down when you're ready to fire. I'll show you. Let me put my Air Pro on.
Okay. Okay. Now what I gotta do?
All right. So here's the safety.
Take
Slide
the
that
safety
down.
off.
Yep. Slide that down.
Now it's
and now when you
ready?
pull the trigger, it'll fire. You should have 5 rounds.
Okay.
There you go. Turn the safety back on.
It gave a nice kick,
There you go.
but it's perfect.
There you go.
Thank you for